We are known for our hooliganism.
Hello. And welcome to episode 3 of the Front Room Podcast.
Yay!
Wow. I'm sat here in my flat this morning on this very lovely Sunday morning with the 3 hooligans, also known as Bonnet Dog.
We are known for our hooliganism.
You really are. Boys, how are you doing?
Oh, we're good, thanks, yeah. It was their idea for the name.
We haven't got any further than like 30 seconds into the podcast and Grog is already like, nah, it's them. It's their fault.
He was a late member
fault.
to the
Yeah,
team,
I
to be
was.
honest.
I
You know,
was,
he had no choice in the name.
That's Will Jones, CBE.
Well, yes, I am sat here with George Jacobs.
Hello.
Joe Brooks.
Aye.
Will Jones.
Upscocker.
And it's me, Jack, your host, back again for another episode. Boys, we're here to talk about your big Halloween show this year. Am I right? That's what we're here to talk about. That's why we arranged this.
Very happy to be asked.
Well, I had little choice, to be honest.
You got a quota, I get it.
Yes. So we're going to get to all of that. But boys, what I want to get into is what is Bonnet Dog? Why is Bonnet Dog? Who is Bonnet Dog? How is Bonnet Dog? The 5 W's.
So,
If we're talking origin stories, I think you guys should start off.
yeah. Well, this was it. Me and Joe have been thinking for a long time. This is Will, by the way. We've been thinking a long time about what we want to do and how, theatre shows and stuff like that. And Joe asked me questions like, do you have a show in particular you'd like to work on? Is there a solo show that you've done in the past maybe that we could work on a bit further?
How much money you got?
Yeah, basically, those important questions. And Joe brought up the fact that he'd done a third year solo show called Making Plans for Hugo, and he wanted to remount that. Which
was done originally at University Centre West.
It certainly was, yes.
Program. Yes, which is where we all met. I probably should preface this conversation.
It's true, yes.
We are all Weston-super-Mare born and bred artists. Anyway,
so Joe wanted to restage this show, and I just went with it. Went, absolutely, let's just do it. But then the thing is, we couldn't really just call ourselves Will and Joe because it sounds a bit like we'd not put much effort into the name.
No.
So we then had to go and think.
As one half of Jack and Jordan, I do have to stop you there. Actually, having your name is a genius move. Anyway, carry on, Will. Sorry.
But, I mean, I'm not going to stray too far from this, but obviously George and I have our own sketch comedy duo. Jacobs and Jones.
Yeah, at the same time, Jacobs and Jones was going.
Yes, quite. We started then, just doing.
We were all kind of working with each other in our own weird way, and it
on
just
our own
sort
little
of
projects, really.
So pretty shortly after Making Plans for Hugo was like on tour, they were like, oh, we need a technician. Oh, sorry, do I need to put a...
I'll put a bleep in.
Thank you. Yeah, we need a technician. So yeah, it just kind of gelled together because it's kind of we're all working with each other. Do you want to actually talk about Making Plans for Hugo as a show?
I think it might be worth talking about it somewhat.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
It's your idea.
I'll give it a go. Well, at university in third year, I became a bit obsessed with Dadaism and sort of that art form of the 20th century.
And what is Dadaism, Joe?
Oh, God, Will.
Sorry, Will. Can I just jump in there? What is Dadaism, Jack?
Dadaism, Jack, thanks for asking, mate. It is a art form from about 1916 by some artists that were escaping the First World War in Switzerland. And it was their antidote to war, basically. They thought that war is meaningless and senseless. Why not art be the same? So it was basically a series of jokes, really, which was art can be anything. So performance, and it can be just shouting things at a wall. I think one cabaret show he did at the Cabaret Voltaire in Switzerland, they They did Macbeth, but they only raised the curtain just above their knees and did the whole show Macbeth from just above the knees.
Brilliant.
So it's anything you want it to be, basically, but it's like a big old joke on reality.
Brilliant. Of course, and that really makes a lot of sense now when I hear that, and I'm looking back at your previous work through the lens of like knowing that information, and that's very much sort of like, you know, central to what you create as a company.
Yeah.
And that's really true with your last show, Bad Things, which you guys did. You debuted and created that in partnership with Front Room.
Yes.
And you debuted that last year, I want to say.
Yeah. Well, even making plans for Hugo as well. I made the first go at it at university, and then me and Will very much made it with Front Room for the From the Mud Festival.
What's From the Mud, Joe?
I'm so glad you asked.
From the Mud is a collective of local artists who most of us all met at University of Central Western, some of us didn't, who are in the area making work. And during lockdown, we said let's do an online cabaret, and we started making videos. After 3 of those, that transitioned to doing a show at the Quarry when we came out of lockdown in 2021, and we did shows at the Stable Games Room for first Wednesday every month for about 2 years there. And then when Front Room opened up, we transitioned because our audience was...
We just outgrew the space.
Yeah, it was filling up the space.
Outgrew the space.
Over 30 people every month, which was brilliant. And then we went on to Front Room, and we've been there ever since.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been going from strength to strength to strength to absolute strength.
It's a great, weird, strange cabaret of comedy, music, sketch, poetry.
Just generation of craft and material, isn't it?
We always said that it was supposed to be a platform for... Because with a cabaret, everyone's got their 5... sometimes 10 minutes if it's me doing stand-up, but it's a testing platform. I think after lockdown it was the only platform that anyone else had, because it was like, oh, we need to actually get up and start making stuff again. But you know, several years down the line, I mean, you've got the sketch show, you've got Cosmic Twegheads, you've got also you have got that. And then we got Bonnet Dog. Everyone's just sort of gone on. Jacob and Jones.
It's a business venture of love, isn't it? Really, because you know, you and Mia moved back to the area. To really sort of get involved in the art scene, and Jack moved back.
I did.
You moved back to help out.
I did. So it's basically it's at From the Mud at one of the cabaret shows, probably about 18 months ago now, that the character Bad Things was born.
Oh god!
Oh, blimey!
From your brain.
That is true. Well, yes, the show Bad Thing, I should say. Me and George were then working on a show, Bad Things. I said, like Jack said, I debuted Bad Thing at a Christmas show. He was a bad, naughty little elf, and then me and George said we should work together and do something. And then George came up with.
Well, I think what it was during making plans.
It was during rehearsals.
It was during. I came out with I nicked some kitchen utensils from Front Room's kitchen, and then I put a paper cup on my nose. I came out as this weird sort of creature. I was just doing a bit, and we got a lot of laughs. And then we were just like, I think a lot of this, a lot of how we work is like, how much can we make each other laugh? And then it's like, oh, maybe that has grounds for something. So we do a sketch. It was about 8 minutes long or something like that. And we did that. That landed quite well. And then we were like, oh, we could do a show. And then there was a brief period of like, we had several months in the lead up to it, and we hadn't done much work on it. It was just, we knew the date was set. And I was, there was that brief period, at least for me, where I was going, oh, can we do a whole hour of that?
And the answer was yes.
Yeah, the answer was yes, and it worked out really well. I think, going back to what you were saying about Bonnet Dog's central Dadaism thing, I think we strive to create stuff that is nonsensical, but I suppose that's the thing with absurdism, is that the audience finds meaning from it. You create the work, and we make it silly, and we make it gross, and we as much as we love
grotesque. I think that's probably the best way to describe it.
But as much as we love like well-timed like laughter and stuff, we also like that's glorious to us as well.
I think that's true. Yeah, because it kind of like we were working on making plans for Hugo, and George was our techie, and then we started working on that, and then we were like, we just might as well just become one big company. That's how you got into doing.
I kind of invited myself in. I was like, guys, can I just shove it? Does it make sense? Yeah.
But then, like saying that, I think like the absurdism is a big thing.
You guys weren't originally in Bonnet Dog doing that show. You were just doing it as a separate company.
We were, yeah.
And then Joe just said, "Shall we just officially bring George on board, and we'll just."
Otherwise, we have to create a whole other social media thing.
And it's
trust me,
just too
social
much,
media is a
isn't it?
drag.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
trust me
It's
on that.
too much. If you put all the eggs in one basket and you lose that basket, then you've lost everything.
And so Bonnet Dog was born.
Yeah.
Basically, so then you took Bad Things out on tour. I know you did Barnstaple Fringe Theatre Fest, which was brilliant. Did you take it anywhere else at that stage, or
Not yet. I mean,
Or-
I can say we I haven't
Sorry,
told you this.
an exclusive for our listeners and also for George Jacobs of Bonnet Dog?
Well, Matt is trying to find us a place at the wardrobe.
Fantastic.
Next season.
Fantastic.
We've
got April.
We've got another date at Front Room.
Yeah.
I mean, I shall say you can watch Making Plans for Hugo online.
Yes.
I found that's on your YouTube page. I had a look at that the other day.
Is Bad Things on YouTube?
No, because we're still touring it.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, please come and pay a ticket to see our show, or you can watch it for free already on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's on
you
great
can wait a few years.
So Bonnet Dog is going from strength to strength here, is what I'm hearing. And now you guys have born a brand new show,
Yes.
A Night of Terror, which is sort of headlining our Halloween season. But before we get to that show, I would like to do a little bit of marketing really quick.
Yeah.
So boys, could you...
Hey,
It's our sponsor.
Paid adverts in the middle of your podcast.
I'm going to do a little rundown of the Halloween shows that we're having at Front Room. Could you guys give me some Halloween-style elevator music to go in the background of this while I read this out? Welcome to Halloween. The thunder is thundering. The lightning is lightninging. And the mayor has just said that the renovations for the old pier can go ahead.
The renovations of the old pier can go ahead.
Coming up at Halloween this Front Room. Coming up at Front Room this Halloween. Oh, damn it. Coming up at Front Room this Halloween, we have a series of fantastic events for all the family. We have shows for old people. We have shows for families and younger people. Coming up first, we have... Yes. We have The Necromancer on Sunday the 5th of October, which is going to be a fantastic show. We have Rock the Tots Spooky Fun, which is for families and young audiences. It's basically a concert, a Halloween concert at Front Room. I saw their show in the Easter holidays, and it was like I was watching Glastonbury for children. It was insane. It was crazy. On Wednesday the 22nd of October, we have Folk Horror Stories with Daniel Morden.
Yeah, that's good.
A fantastic storyteller and a very external reaction there from the boys. Who Bloody Done It, which is a comedy murder mystery that's coming to Front Room on Friday the 24th of October. We have From the Mud Spooktacular on Wednesday the 29th, which is From the Mud's classic cabaret with a Halloween spooky twist. And then headlining our big Halloween season is Bonnet Dog on Thursday the 30th and Friday the 31st of October. Bonnet Dogs, A Night of Terror.
Spooky.
I'm
Sounds
loving the
good.
enthusiasm.
That was all rehearsed.
So boys, could you
5
please
takes, and that was the best one.
could you please in a nutshell tell us what A Night of Terror is? What is it?
So, A Night of Terror is about a man, and the man is...
I'll take over.
the man, Thomas Carstairs, is supposedly a journalist working for his stepfather, but he's absolutely at writing.
Let's do that again.
He's absolutely terrible at writing. And he is basically tasked by his stepfather to go to the Southwest, the spookiest place in the planet.
Didn't know that existed.
Yeah, that exists. To write a piece of journalism about the people of that town, and he just can't find a story. But when he sees a spooky old rotting building,
Strange
on the
things
headless,
start to occur.
strange things do start
That
happening.
does sound very, very exciting.
And it's different from... I think it's incredibly different from any other show we've really done before. We've sort of gone away from the original absurdist roots to an extent,
Yeah.
I think. you know, it's still silly and fun and weird, and there are bits where we can really enjoy ourselves.
To compare ourselves to the greatest comedy group of all time, Monty Python.
Who?
I'd say like some of our early stuff is very the weirder side of Python, whereas this is quite like Life of Brian or Holy Grail, and we're directly influenced by an old TV series called Ripping Yarns, written by Terry Jones and Michael Palin back in the 70s, who did these one-off hour stories, and one of them was like a story called Curse of the Claw, which is I think one of our favourites, isn't it?
So good,
and we want to do like a sort of like an anthology inside Number 9 sort of story, because this whole thing came out where we were trying to find our next show, weren't we?
That's right, yeah.
And you said, should we do a ghost story? And I was like, yes, because I love ghost stories.
But this is the thing, like we've, you know, between the pair of us, we've been obsessed with, you know, Tales of the Uncanny and, you know, not messing around with.
We did a ghost
powers beyond.
We did a ghost story back last Halloween's Fun Mud, didn't we?
You did. That's right. Yes, and that was again inspired by another brilliant comic, Christopher Bliss.
Oh yeah.
And we effectively wrote and performed this ridiculously silly ghost story.
Which Night of Terror is also.
Which Night of Terror
is fantastic. It sounds great. I'm very, very excited for what's in store. So we alluded earlier to the fact that Bonnet Dog is 3 of you, and some of you are involved, some of you are not involved in every single show. So I'm right in saying that Joe and Will, you guys have written this show.
Yeah,
we have. Yes.
And so George, do you have an involvement?
I am directing.
You're directing. Oh my!
So
George Jacobs directing.
It's interesting the way this dynamic has worked out, because being the 3 of us, it means that normally it's like 2 of us taking the central bit on stage, and that'll be written and created by the people who are actually doing it on stage, and then the spare part for that production,
the Holy Ghost,
will be the outside eye. And they'll be the outside eye, so they'll be directing it and taking it and making it sure it all sort of comes together
and flows and has
momentum. It's a good little balance. And recently I think we're quite unique as a theatre company, because since Will's moved back home to his farm in Cornwall, when we go to rehearse there, we spend half of our time rehearsing and half of our time doing hard labour, which I don't think any other.
It's like knee-high theatre.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. In the rural barn.
But I think for our writing enterprises, going down to the farm has been really, really useful. We've shot a trailer now, which we're now in the process of editing and getting it ready for release.
We picked up some pigs.
Yes, we did pick up some pigs. But to come back to the filming, I took the chaps to Roach Rock, which is probably one of the spookiest places for me in Cornwall. It's just a bit of an isolated landmark, just on the edge of a village, and it's exactly the sort of aesthetic we're looking for.
It was. Going to Cornwall is really great for Night of Terror, I think, and it's something that me and Joe said. We went to Truro Museum while Will had a dentist appointment, and Joe just turns to me and goes, "God, Cornwall's just full of cool." Isn't it? It's
another bleep there.
Sorry, another
bleep needed there. BBC2, thank you.
But also, like the Southwest is a place. There's so many like good ghost stories, and obviously we're all Southwest born and bred, and it's definitely inspired by the landscape of all those areas. Because again, we say the Southwest, and I think in our heads it's set in Cornwall, but it could be anywhere around this area. It's that sort of Thomas Carstairs as the main character is, let's say, a stupid idiot Londoner who doesn't know anything rural, bit like Hot Fuzz, but he's not clever.
That's what I was going to say. Is if I'm going to do that, if you like this, then you'll love this. Imagine Hot Fuzz, but it's a Victorian ghost story. It's got all of that rural humour.
Yeah, that's a great sell. That's a great sell, boys. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great Halloween.
Yeah.
And obviously, so you're debuting A Night of Terror at Front Room.
Yes,
this 30th and 31st.
Yes.
But I'm right in saying as well, I've just pulled up your social media here, and you're taking this on tour, boys.
Let's on tour.
Stunning stuff.
Let's.
And I'm looking at this little graphic you've put together, and so you're doing 30th and 31st at Front Room.
Yeah.
On the first, you're going to our friend's theatre shop at Clevedon.
We certainly are. Yes.
That sounds really good. And then you guys are off everywhere. Bristol, Cardiff, Stroud, Penzance, Exeter, Bedford. Watch it.
I know. Watch it of all places.
Watch out. Watch it.
All roads lead to watch it. Eh? Stunning, awesome stuff. But so
we're doing it in Watch It, but will they?
I'm not actually very popular in Watch It.
Oh, you could have told that and us now. I have to blur you on the marketing on the pictures.
So this is so Bonnet Dog are doing this show at Halloween as well, but you're also I saw you're doing a series of ghost tours in Weston, Joe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this guy striking out on his own.
Well, yes, I love a ghost story. I definitely do, and I've collected a lot around here. And then I saw this. I wanted to go on a ghost walk this Halloween, basically, and I saw there were loads happening around the place. There's some in Glastonbury, some in Wales, and I was like, oh, that's brilliant. But there's nothing in Weston, and I was like, oh, that's a shame. And I thought, I know, why didn't I just do it? And so I just called in the market, and I put a post out, and I've done some great research. I went to the library the other day, and I just went through the old newspaper archive. I've gone through some microfilm.
Wow.
That was really exciting, and I found these ghost stories. There's a great ghost story in Locking about a woman in white. It's great. It's a great ghost story, and
Wow.
so Weston's absolutely full of ghosts and weird things. Like the pier used to have freak shows on it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Stunning.
and there's
Insane,
a story of a two-headed giant,
Cool.
which I've got pictures of. So if you want to come to a Western Supermare Ghost Walk, please find it on our socials as well, part of Bonnet Dog. I hope these boys won't mind. But it's it's great.
Sure.
And I can tell you now that half of all the tickets have been sold.
You're joking.
I'm not joking at all.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's really, really good fun.
Is the woman in
amazing.
white like the woman in black, but a bit more Disney?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
She
cool.
sings. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's got a dog actually.
She
She has got a dog.
She sings for all the animals.
She holds a dead dog in her arms.
Oh, okay. Not so Disney.
Well, there's an
Bit
idea.
more Bonnet Dog.
That's true. Yeah.
Disney,
I
if
don't
you're
know.
listening, we've got a
I
brand
like
new
this
film for you.
woman.
I don't know, it could be
Yeah.
like Bambi, I suppose. Apart from it's not a deer, is it?
Well, boys, I think that's a great ending to the conversation.
Is it?
So, just one more time, just before we go, you can catch Bonnet Dog's A Night of Terror debuting, worldwide debut, at Front Room on Thursday the 30th and Friday the 31st October. In one sentence from each of you, please could you sum up why someone should buy a ticket to your show?
It's homegrown theatre from Western and the Southwest. It's a fun tale that you haven't seen before, a complete original. It's also spooky, we hope, in some places. It's funny, and it's going to be a rip-roaring ride.
Stunning.
What he said.
Nice.
No, I'm going to say I think it's a show that is begging for an interpretation. I think it's something that really needs to be shown because it harks back to sort of the best of inspiration of British comedy. Whether that translates remains to be seen.
I'm sure it will.
And
I'm
yet,
sure it will.
I think it's going to be an entirely spellbinding show, which not only makes you laugh, but also hopefully gives you some really chilling spooks.
Oh, I love that. George Jacobs.
Well, we pride ourselves with going the extra mile, I think, with Bonnet Dog, with all the little bits and all the little things that will tickle you or spook you out. We pride ourselves on getting the props right. We pride ourselves on getting the set right. We pride ourselves on going that extra mile.
Getting the music right, by
Getting the music right, and just doing all the stuff which I think with a lot of touring company, it's hard touring, right? There's lots of logistical problems, but what we can do, we will do. We hope to, even if it's just the three of us, give you a night to remember, a night of terror.
Ooh. And that is one very, very spooky note to end on. Joe, Will, George of Bonnet Dog, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you
Thank
very
you for having
much,
us.
Jackie.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
And there they go. Off they go. That was Joe, George, and Will joining the pod from Bonnet Dog, Western Supermare's Bonnet Dog, and we can't wait to have them at Front Room this Halloween. A Night of Terror is really going to be terrific. It's going to be awesome. And so's our Halloween season at Front Room. I mean, I gave a very quick rundown of all of the events we've got going on at Front Room this Halloween, and it's all going to be absolutely fantastic. There's something for everyone. So if any of those take your fancy, then head over to our website at www.frontroomwsm.com. Have a look and get booking. And I think that's all we've got time for on this week. It's been a joy once again. Thanks for coming along. If you've enjoyed the episode, please give it a like and a comment, a little quick review on social media or on our YouTube channel. That'd be very, very useful. And we'll be back next time with a brand new episode of the Front Room Podcast. So until then, thank you. See you soon. Goodbye.